the talk on top the tax we won't start next year. All of them go form part of the big yarns them inside the news this morning. But before all of that, make a quick take a very short break, enter inside the front pages of newspapers. I beg, no go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. The Daily Sun newspaper, 9 day front, and inside and the CNLC don't write off political leaders and declare them failures, and they ask for the death penalty for kidnappers them. Now, for the walk-up, say they want to do changes for how they take the charge tax for Nigeria. House of Representatives don't they throw accusation now, say he gets some difference inside the tax law. One of them, they claim, say the one where the National Assembly pass different from the one where we say then gazette and also give to the general public. Enter inside the Daily Sun. The full gist of that one, they wait for you. And still on top the matter for upstream, downstream oil sector. We have said the agencies, them, the CEOs of these joint bodies, them don't resign. Farouk Ahmed don't bow to pressure and they don't quit. Tinubu don't send people to Senate. We go replace them, may therefore confirm them. Now the NSA don't they explain all the operations then what they do to fight against terrorism inside Kwara. NDIC don't cancel the Banana Island house sale to Bunza on top busting of contracts and say not be because of politics. Now it's in the MD, they yarn be that the PDP leaders must reconcile to rescue Nigeria. Now it's in Wabara, they yarn be that, and banks now go face punishment on top the late customs duty remittance. All of that you go see inside the Daily Sun newspaper. Now moving inside the next paper for my hand this morning. The next paper for my hand this morning. Now Daily Trust and the Daily Trust newspaper say Tinubu go present 2026 budget to National Assembly tomorrow. And men their way carry gun don't kill 12 minors inside Plateau State. Still for inside the Daily Trust, they don't do workings inside the tax laws. They put on there as a question. You go need to enter there to see them. Presido don't replace the NMDPRA and NUPRC Ogas them. Courts don't stop police from to enforce tinted glass permits. Labour, they ask for improved security, welfare, and plenty others them. And then different kind of boy of explosion. Now in there here for inside Auchi. You go enter inside the Daily Trust newspaper and you go see all of that and plenty more. Now moving next inside my hand, now the Nation newspaper. And inside the Nation, Labour don't do we no go agree over kidnapping, banditry, and plenty others them. Different kind of sheki gaga na happen for House of Representatives on top changes inside the election law. Courts don't stop police now from to go ahead with the tinted glass permit policy. EFCC self don't go do such work for before AGF Malami houses where they Abuja, Kebbi, and even in offices them. Still, federal government they build stronger economic fundamentals even with say the money where they make not reach how much they expect them to make. UBA Lagos they partner in $100 million vehicle financing program and plenty others them. Now the SACY NDIC take back 4.5 billion naira house sale to Senator Bunza. Now the MD now they explain what happened there. Now the big gist inside the Nation, 2024-2025 budgets, Tinubu they find carry go make it for spend 43.5 trillion naira. Lawmakers don't give carry go say make them come tomorrow to present the 2026 appropriation bill. Ahmed don't come out from work of Oga of NMDPRA after Dangote corruption accusations. Even NUPRC CEO Komalafe don't resign and Presido don't quick send names to Senate. May therefore confirm their replacement. Group they find say make them no go ahead with the tax law. And Ibas leave 600 billion naira. Now waiting Fubara they yarn be that. All of that and more you go enjoy inside the Nation. Nation newspaper. Now moving to the next paper this morning, now The Guardian, and inside The Guardian, NMDPRA to Dangote Giaga with the announce Tinubu don dey pick replacements as Farouk Ahmed resign. House of Representatives don dey chook eye to torchlight FIRS and the France MOU, the agreement we then do on tax administration. As they do, we no go gree all over the country. NLC they demand say make them punish, deal with those people then where they sponsor anything of insecurity and make them do everything to end this insecurity. Now the changes of tax on top the pushback, revenue crisis, now they threaten the financial plan of 2026. Fault lines, they threaten constitutional reforms consensus as House of Representatives go vote today. Again, courts don't ask IGP to press pause on top the use of tinted glass policy. House of Representatives don't make law now, say Beavers electronic transmission of results must happen. And on issue of NDIC, why we collect back the contract of to sell house, give Senator Bonza, who they talk about enter inside The Guardian, the full gist, they wait for you. And then the SGF now don't suspend that talk of say they won't ban selling of alcohol inside small sizes and small sachets. And finally, for inside the front of The Guardian, Nigeria, Central Europe don't launch new chamber to promote trade and investment. Enter The Guardian, you go see all of this and plenty more. Now the next newspaper after The Guardian, now The Vanguard, and inside The Vanguard, you cannot tax hunger. Now waiting the opposition, they tell Tinubu be that. Courts don't ban IGP, MPF from to go ahead with enforcing the tinted glass policy all over the country. Federal government don't confirm release of Nigeria aeroplane and our soldiers them after Tuggar go do meeting with the Burkina Faso leader. Tinubu don't write National Assembly and they ask for approval to come do 43.56 trillion naira reenactment budget. The big gist inside The Vanguard. Dangote shaking everywhere, Farouk don't fall. Komalafe also don't resign from work for inside NUPRC. Tinubu don't nominate people we go take over their positions, ask Senate to approve them. But Agbakoba and others, they ask, say make them make local refinery a priority. Still for inside The Vanguard, arrest, punish those people then where they put money inside insecurity. Now within labor, they ask for be that. Why NDIC collect back the contract of to sell house to Senator Bonza? MD of NDIC, and they explain that one. You go need to enter The Vanguard, make you see all of that gist and plenty more. Now, following The Vanguard newspaper this morning, now The Punch newspaper, and inside The Punch, Burkina Faso don't release the Nigerian soldiers and aircraft where they detention for their hand. For the issue of insecurity, FG, NLC go do meeting inside January. Now, still for the Igiaga we happen for inside petrol, NMDPRA, NUPRC Ogas them don't resign as Dangote petition they shake the sector. 4 investors, they push for Lagos to Calabar Highway concession. Salaries, debt service don't chop 105% of the money where government they make. Federal government, they ban exporting of wood and don't collect back licenses. Malami de para after EFCC go raid in houses where they Kebbi and Abuja. JAM go accredit 1,039 CBT centers for 2026 UTME exam. Now be smart, you know, it be like say hot fire they come for front on top new tax law. And the Ogun State government don't order fresh Awujale selection process. You go enjoy all of that and more inside The Punch newspaper. And rounding up the newspapers this morning before we go enter the big gist them. Now The Punch Sports Extra newspaper, and inside The Punch Sports Extra newspaper this morning, Chele's Army profiling Nigerians 28-man AFCON squad as Eagles don't land for Morocco. Still, you go say supercomputer ranks Nigeria 5th among AFCON favorites. Onwachu, they confident in defeat. Egypt loss. Now useful rehearsal. Now waiting our ZMD and be that. Our Eagles now don't travel to Cairo camp for AFCON. Ahmed Musa don't retire from international football. Lewandowski, they open to move to MLS. Chelsea, Arsenal, they struggle to get Yildiz into themselves. United don't launch investigation for tactical league. Liverpool, City agree personal terms with Semenyo. Fighting in Lagos means everything. Okolie, Naiyan that one. And finally, Chile not joined the list as FIFA released 2025 awards voters. All of that and more now you go enjoy inside the Punch Sports Extra newspaper of this morning. And that's now where we'll go wrap up on top the front pages of newspapers for today. But don't forget to join us tomorrow, same time, same station, for another wonderful edition. But for now, the big stories inside Nigeria coming up next after this very short break. Welcome back to the big gist inside Nigeria this morning. My name na Princess Anyana, and if you catch us live every Mondays to Fridays 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock on top YouTube, Facebook Live at CHRICED Radio TV, and you can meet us on all other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, X at CHRICED Radio TV. Our website na www.chricedradiotv.com, and you can follow the conversation by to drop your comments inside the comment section of all of the social media pages then. And if you want to join us for WhatsApp, just reach us on 0906 891 8345. Now jumping straight into the matters then where they ground, I get Kolawole on money to take follow us here and the matter. Kola, good morning.
Good morning, Princess.
All right, so now make we start the journey with our oil sector. The Nigerian petroleum sector don't enter a new level. Yesterday will be Wednesday after the chief executive of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, Farouk Ahmed, resigned. And not be only even the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission Oga Benga Komolafe resigned. And Presido immediately don't even send names to Senate, made them confirm them to take over the position of this person. Now, different talk don't they? Some say he willingly resign, some say na Presido advised him to resign, and then say na part of the fallout from all that Igiaga accusation where Dangote threw against him. What do you get to talk about this recent developments?
Yeah, truly, we can easily conclude saying that because of the situation where they for grant, I mean the drama between him and that of Dangote. Two things are involved. If Naim deliberately resign, saying vex and go resign based on the talk where they for grant, go say a good thing. A good thing in the sense that we don't always talk, say we don't get culture of resigning in Nigeria, regardless of any situation. And if we want to start counting now, in this year alone, 3 people don't already resign.
4.
A minister on top of certificate matter. Then we got another minister of defense, right? Waiting to be resigned.
And these 2, 4.
And these 2 people now making 4. So the good news is that if to say na them on their own, because they're not going to come out to come talk down, deliberately resign, go say, okay, we are progressing. It means say we too want the copy culture of Oyinbo, small thing, they don't vex, they don't go resign. Say may other person take over. But if to say now, say then they compel them, they their wish, they their blood. They are not interested in leaving that office, regardless of any reputational damage or whatever. Say now presidency, and I say, may them go tender their resignation letter. I get issue with that move. The issue where I get with that move is that if somebody commit a sackable offense, no, they do cover up. No, they do cover up, say, oh yeah, go resign gently. May not be like, say, I sack you. No. If you feel like, say, you don't get enough evidence to sack somebody, say because they competent, sack him, let the entire public know, say, that because they competent, now you sack him. With that way, go teach other people lesson. Say, this assignment where I want to go take, no be my assignment. They may know within themselves, but let the public know. Say now you sack him. No be say willingly he won't resign. And this na XYZ, the reason why I sack him. Public deserve to know. Because now money we are talking about here. You can't just say mere resignation is good enough for us to cover up some of these atrocity that these guys are committing. I'm not saying this to say, okay, Farouk don't already commit atrocity, but if there is an element of, okay, accusation here and there, the tradition is we always hear this resignation and nothing happens thereafter. If you sack him, we Tory people, CSO, everybody go now need to follow you up. Okay, you don't sack this person. What next? We could be able to ask plenty questions. If to say that then resign on their own, say, oh, I can't take this shit again. I need to resign. I need to go and defend my name. Good and fine. But in a situation whereby now you go advise them, go tender your resignation letter. What it means is that if you refuse to do so, I go sack you. So why not the sack? Why not letting people know the reason why you sack this person? Because from the body language of the Oga Presido and that of the presidency right now, they say which shouts yesterday. Pikin died today. If they show like saying that the witch will shout, now kill the Pikin. The news of breaking news of say resignation letter never even rest. You don't sign name. So it be like say you don't already plan now. Somebody cannot tell you say I'm resigning yesterday and the next thing you forward name today. It's not just easy. It be like say they don't already preempt them, they don't already write the script, they are just implementing it. I don't have problem with that. If you don't want to leave any vacuum, but let us know why you are sacking these people in the name of say, okay, you advise them to go and resign. Because by implication, the moment they tender that resignation letter, they may not be further probed. So we are not expecting that this time around. We need transparency, we need clarifications, we need more accountability in that sector. And we can't do that by covering up some of these stories that we are seeing right now. So we are hoping that Tinubu government will be able to do more investigation on top of this matter. And whatever they have gathered so far, where warrant say, okay, make this person go, either go resign or you sack and whatever the case may be, let the public know. And like I've been talking yesterday, if Farouk is going down, let others that are also aiding this, let them go down together.
Okay, now, taking from where you just end now, some people now don't talk and say, if care is not taken, their feet no go ahead with them because truly more heads go possibly roll. So it go be like see the time too when they do that issue of humanitarian services woman, Madam Betta Edu, where we say they just let her go till today. No, we don't know whether they investigate or they return any money. So people now they talk, say this man too, it can be like that. Like what somebody talk, one of the person in the ministry where they talk, say maybe they no call him because of the sensitivity of the matter. He say the guy, if you really look and say, not say they support corruption, but the real accusation against him be say he use huge money paying children school fees. So if na issue of license, you not do anything wrong. Now work they do. And even yesterday, a lot of people they commend this same Farouk Ahmed, say he has been trying in IT, they regulate, the NMDPRA. People actually hell. I said yesterday, yesterday, a lot of people support him. So they actually see the good work with the guy they do. Now some talk say there might not be any more investigation, even though people are calling for the investigation. But there might not be, sake of say, if it affects some sacred cows.
The point is, if you really want to sanitize that sector, so many people will go down. And even you will want to do them. You may even decide to say you also want to sacrifice your life. Because these guys, they see this sector as their means of survival. And anybody who won't crush them, they know what to do. So you, a leader, where you get ready to say, okay, you want to lead, you must be able to sacrifice. And part of it now, what will be the talk about now? I know they conclude though to say this guy hand don't dirty. But when you are investigating a sensitive position like this, you need to do it further. We have this tradition of say the moment where they resign, then go home, immunity cover them, nothing will happen again. Or maybe they'll just be romancing the case. Before you know it, we don't already forget them. We move on to another person. So if they have been accusing EFCC, CPC, say now, which hunting then they do on top of politician, I think Farouk is not a politician now. He's a professional. Let them go for him. Let them investigate him. And again, that will not let me be carried away from my position yesterday on top of Dangote. We shouldn't be carried away. We can't run monopolistic system in that sector and we feel okay. We also need to expand that kind of investigation. Waiting Dangote be the move when be they make. This is not the first time when Dangote they made this kind of move. He make them on top of cement. Truly, not only Dangote they produce cement in Nigeria as we speak right now, but you can feel the dominance everywhere. You understand? The better cement at a point, Obasanjo government be suspended. They come out. When Yar'Adua came on board, say no, we can't do this to this guy. They bring him back on board. Eventually, Dangote again starts writing petition here and there. You understand? So if you check some of those kind of moves, and again, I remember the drama between him and that of Bua groups too, on top of sugar. So the question Nigerians should now be asking is that if somebody want right, why all these petition and counter petition here and there? If it had happened with cement, it don't happen with sugar, now in oil sector, then Nigerians too should not be carried away with, reduction of price of oil as we speak right now. Let us, again, I will reiterate what I have been talk. Let us get more refineries in the country. If we cannot get, don't stop importation. Because if we stop it, even if Dangote mean well for Nigeria, if truly you not even want chop better profit, you just want the well-being of Nigerians to be taken care of. The truth of the matter is that you can't rely on only one source and you feel like you are okay. Because if anything happens to that particular source, then we are in trouble. At that particular time, if you now say, you want rush, go, but don't even go import, come back home, and stuff like that, you know how expensive it will see, and you know how black marketers will take advantage to, again, add more burden to Nigerians. So we shouldn't be carried away from what happened to Farouk, resignation here and there. Federal government should tell us in a clear time, how are we going to enjoy competition in that sector? Even with Dangote refinery, we'll be commending him. He's trying for us. He's producing more. Whatever we were talking about now, that refinery, Nigerians that are working under it, or the entire Dangote groups nationwide, they know what they are benefiting. Kudos to him on that. But we don't want a monopoly business in this country.
Okay, so still on top of the resignation of Farouk now, different experts inside the industry now don't come out say this resignation now don't actually confirm, say there is rot, there's corruption inside the petroleum industry. Another one, even they talk now, say the way now will be so, say it shows, say this is moment of truth for regulators. And plenty also they shout, say, so when the biggest investor and largest taxpayer complains, there can only be one outcome. So does it really look like, say, just that they do these things to favor Dangote? Say now, if now Dangote cough, now in action take place because they try maybe make them soft for them, and say this resignation shows say truly something is inside there.
Definitely something is inside. I don't tell you, say you don't need anybody or a prophet to come and be telling you whether something happened or something not happen for that sector. The simplest way of explaining it is that we've been pumping money to our refineries in no green work. And nobody is refunding money that was spent. And nobody is explaining why it no go work. And they are not even sacking the people that are working there. So with this, it's obvious, say, dirty plenty for that sector. If you drop this person, if another person come on board, then go still rub that same virus on top of the person. Because you've not been able to sanitize the entire system. I want somebody like this man, is it Marwa in NDLA, that can come to that place to come and sanitize the entire process. You understand? The moment you cannot be able to get that one, maybe lesser fair leader that they will threaten with one kind of text message and the person too will just follow suit. We'll be romancing the situation like this. Or maybe the person to get corrupt mind. Because it's endemic. Corruption in that sector, in the entire country is endemic. In that particular sector, is critical. So we need to do more investigation. We need to expand this investigation. It's not by getting another person on board right now. When they carry left, they brought this person and almost everybody going. Then you should be asking questions. Why can't we do normal, proper revamping and total overhaul of the entire system in that sector?
Okay, total revamping, total overhaul of the entire all systems so that we go know what's in there and make this matter not just die like that. Investigations should be done and the findings made public. Now, make we move to the next matter inside the program. We're talking about tax. Now, one joint body we call themselves National Opposition Movement, a makeup of some of our past leaders, like before Senate Presido David Mark, before Vice Presido Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, people like Aisha Salifu, Saliu Lukman, and even people like Kenneth Okonkwo and so on, they this group. And now, then, don't come out now. They tell federal government to suspend this new tax we're supposed to start for January. According to them, they say Nigerians are already suffering enough. And this new tax system go make the situation more worse. In short, in the statement where they even drop, then they talk, say you cannot tax hunger. Say na hunger day. And there's talk something here. Say according to the new tax law, all adults of taxable age, whether they get work or they no get work, must file return of tax from between January 1 and March 31st, 2026. And if they no file that their tax return, then there will be sanctions. You can't tax people into prosperity, you cannot tax hunger, you cannot tax poverty, and plenty talk them with they talk. You stand with the opposition movement on this matter.
Yeah, there are a lot of controversies on top of this tax matter that government have been trying to clarify it, even at the stage of conception. Say they want initiate them, they want pass her into law, public hearings here and there. At a point, governor say they no dey agree. Later, the person in charge engage them. They say, oh, they get it clearer now here and there. So many drama on top of this tax before they get it passed into law. And we still get another talk on top of that one regarding the current drama. But here is the point. Left, right, center, here and there. You don't already tax Nigerians. How do you tax Nigerians? For instance, on top of electricity now, pandemic crisis. Now, so we battle on like this. We later accepted it indirectly because nothing government do about them, and we don't move as usual. The same that band, hey, the impression where government give us that time when they introduce and we say, it no concern us the poor Nigerians. So now you will go build house for Gariki. Now you will go do this for this so. Now go they pay for band hey. But if your house is located in one local village like that, it no concern you. This na the narrative and the impression where government always give us. But a lie. Don't be like that. Everybody they collect indirectly. And I will tell you why. All the companies where we get nationwide, where they produce all these things, where would they collect, where would they buy, where would they chop. Now, this kind of location, that the pandemic them give them. Some of them from 30 million naira monthly electricity jump to 100 million naira. Are they for the Christmas? When they want to calculate their production cost, oh, I don't spend 100 naira on top of this product. I need to make 20 naira, 120 naira. But before that band, then they sell maybe 80 naira. Who carry the body? Nigerians. Regardless of location. Even if electricity no reach your village, you don't collect. You don't pay for band A. The same thing we are battling right now on top of this tax. The impression where government they give us, we say, as we speak right now, they touch small businesses. Say now big businesses like from 50 million naira annual income, from 100 million naira annual income, now then go they pay all this big tax. In fact, if you are getting 100 million naira annual income right now in Nigeria, you will give federal government 30 million out of it. 30 million naira. That's what it means right now. And after that one, you pay another 4% development levy. Where they take council that of what they call it now, that of tertiary and institution money where they always pay, like this test fund and what I mean, they deduct from complaints. Now you pay 4%. So make it 34% that you need to pay. By implication, it means when you get 100 million naira profit, you are giving government back 34 million naira. Now you do the production, they don't care how you take pay your workers. They don't care all the losses where you lose. The one way you gain, now they are concentrating on. By implication, many companies run away. And by implication again, these people will transfer that same cost on top of Nigerians. in their services. For instance, people where they give data, call where you they make every minute, where you know if you afford not to, where you know if you say you can't make call, you can't do data subscription, you go hear them. And many other applications like that. So if you check it, you know just today, okay, as we speak right now, because the current situation even resembles, say, will be customer, will not be citizen. So the moment you now add more to it, say we must pay this, we must pay that, or you give us impression, say, it no concern us, will be poor. But you task the bigger guys that we transfer this thing back to Nigerians. It get as it be. Because you have not been able to tell us how much increment of salary you go make next year. You've not been able to tell us, say, you won't review minimum wage. You've not been able to tell us, okay, the school loan where now they collect, una no go pay back. Everything like basic, left, right, and center. So if you are now adding these tax conditions right now, in fact, with the controversy where they for front now, I think they should have a rethink. It is unfortunate. Some people go to talk, say, why you can't they shout? Why they mega shout? When they don't already cut, why head they talk? When they don't already cut them from neck? Say they don't already pass the law, they don't already assent them, everything don't do time. Why we not talk before now? Nigerians have been shouting even before the law passage. But you know the situation, how it be for the National Assembly. On your mandate syndrome, it don't come to play again. So whether we like it or not, this is looking more of like imposition on top of Nigerians. And I hope the presidency and the Oga Presido, everybody go listen to know how they want to manage this situation.
Okay, so the para where they call the para on top of the matter, this one don't already even been doing newspapers, I think sometime last week, or say FIRS be enter into memorandum of understanding agreement with France, with one French joint body on how to manage the Nigerian tax regime, and say they not come out for public, can't talk exactly what be the details of the agreement where they enter with that French company, and they accuse this present administration, say that they do their things mostly in secret, say they know they let country people actually they carried along for things then where they supposed they do. You agree with that? Are we supposed to worry about this kind of things?
We're supposed to be worried. The same way they brought this particular IPPIS from abroad. When ASU, the likes of ASU, when they initiated their own UTAS that time, when they complain, say, we can do this thing. You don't really need to engage a company from abroad to come and do IPPIS where then go they take deduct money from MDAs. They did not listen. We spent huge money on top of that one. Unfortunately, what they want to use IPPIS fight? Corruption, right? Was that not the same IPPIS where they can't leak the former Accountant General of the Federation? Say 100 billion naira is missing. Where is the 100 billion naira now? It's not accountable. Only one person. They've not been able to also spread the investigation. Eventually, some people, instead of you now to say, okay, they want to get rid of ghost workers. Say, you be ghost worker, you still they work occasionally, then they pay you salary or whatever the case. Now, people are now getting employment letter without even knowing that they apply for job or where they want work. Sorry, not employment letter. They will just, through the Accountant General office, then they will just put their names inside payroll. No evidence of employment, any ministry where they carry them go.
In this country?
Yes! Through the IPPI, because whatever, if you get employment letter, if you have not been captured, some people will even get employment letter for 6 months, they've not been captured, they will not pay them. But the moment you enter that place, you don't enter promised land. So regardless of whether you get employment letter or not, the moment they already capture your name inside IPPIS, you'll be paid every month automatically. Many revelations that time. Now, it just be like say you did shift corruption from some people, you take it to another person. Now you are now making it digital this time around. It's so easy. The same way people were agitated that time, say transparency no day there. So we don't know, maybe we'll get some other shocking revelations like that. It's unfortunate that we go get all these shocking revelations, but nothing will still happen eventually.
Now the movements can end their talk by to say immediately may they suspend the takeoff date of that tax, and then they should do nationwide consultation of labor, civil society, small and medium enterprises, professionals, state governments, and all of them to come sit down, may they for talk the way forward.
They don't do all these things before the passage of the law.
So
they
what
don't
next?
engage a number of people. To be fair to the committee and to the federal government, to all the stakeholders, they move from one locations to another. They engage stakeholders, you understand, before they go to this particular level. But on top of suspension, if they say made them suspend and made them review them, I may also agree with them on one condition. After all, Buhari government been suspend implementation of Petroleum Industrial Act, PIA. He suspended it for political reasons, for his political party to win election, for Tinubu to win election. He said it openly. Through Garba Shehu say, now the reason why I suspend them. So if it was possible for them to suspend PIA because they won't win election, it's also possible for them to suspend the implementation of this tax law because Nigerians no one die. They need to breathe. They are not this kind of suffocation. They need to also suspend it.
But finally, before we move, do you think say Nigerians no understand and say if maybe the government go ahead to do more awareness, more education of wetin this tax regime actually be, Nigerians go dey more accepting of it?
If you engage the man wey dey in charge now, na person wey fit talk convincingly, and he don dey do all this one, you understand? No amount of investment on top of awareness, I go talk say e too small. And I can't say Nigeria don already know everything about am. In fact, if you go sample people's opinion now, many of them don't know much about it. So it's not bad if they continue to create more awareness. But the little way people wey sabi don already know now, they know say danger dey for front for Nigerians. And I don't tell you a little part of the implications right now. They will come from the angle of say, oh, we no touch you now, na poor people. We no touch you now. We no touch you na business. So we no say na akara na dey fry for roadside. We no touch you now. But you dey touch the person wey go produce pot wey dem go take fry that akara. You dey touch the person wey dey produce oil wey dem go take fry that akara. The person wey dey produce salt wey dem go take fry that akara. You dey touch am. Whether we like it or not, he go touch that person where they sell the akara and person where they buy am.
Bam. All right. So moving quickly, since another tax talk here, one member of House of Representatives, Honorable Abdulsammad Dasuki, on Wednesday, been raised a very serious matter for House of Representatives, and the accusation be say, waiting them pass in National Assembly to become this tax. And the copy of the one where they gazette and make available to the public when he get from Ministry of Information. So when he check them, they are talking different. In short, he's saying use 3 days to look waiting them, talk about waiting them vote on top, waiting them pass as lawmakers, and then to look waiting them carry give people. And he get discrepancy, not match. And saying they even tell them, say make themselves actually ask for all of these copies, check them to give it to their committee of whole to do something about them, not to just sit down and let it go like that. Is this not a very big accusation and discussion on ground?
It is big and weighty. It carry weight where person not even put for neck. And if they rob us for face, say issues still there when it has to do with corruption and accountability. And again, we are used to say, okay, they say they bring whatever bill or whatever because of this constituency project, they do budget padding here and there. So for the first time in history now, we are now hearing another story of say they are padding law in Nigeria. I will not want to jump into conclusion at this stage. It's still allegation. By today and tomorrow, we're expecting the presidency, the federal government, and the people where they involved, especially and in particular, the office of the Attorney General of the Federation should be able to come and react to this weighty and high sensitive allegation. To come and tell us why they go to say something don't become law and they will need to go pardon. I don't know. We need to again. Definitely, you will see social media now go start to the trend. You will see. We will need to get the difference from the past copy and that of gazetted copy to now know waiting they really even put, waiting make and change, waiting be the interest of the person we put them. Who send the people to go put them? Somebody again must either be sacked or resign on top of this matter. If true, waiting the lawmaker been talked before the house yesterday, it mean now. And again, I know they should say a lawmaker go come make that kind of allegation against the presidency without having a very serious evidence to back it up. So let us leave it as allegation as you speak right now. We are waiting for their response, for them to talk, okay, maybe a typo error, or maybe now somebody just wake up from dream or whatever. I'm just too desperate to know waiting government go take counter this allegation.
What if they don't talk anything? What if
no, they don't burn them, then go talk. No. This kind of allegation. With this, again, it's another way of saying Nigerians not ready to accept this tax law by January. So they can't just leave it open like that. They must talk. You go get reaction today or tomorrow. You go get them. So whatever the substance of that reaction will now determine how we want to take chook mouth on top of this matter, because they waited and it's something that is strange to us. We are used to corruption, we are used to padding, but we are not used to say something don't become law and somebody still go add one or two things. Meaning say they are not satisfied for the removal of those things before, or they feel like, okay, we also need to get this to benefit. The answer you now be asking is, okay, why must you tax these people to their neck that they will not even be able to survive and they run away? And you are discouraging. Let me shock you again on top of this tax law. Between just November 1 and 30th of November, stock market don't lose 6.5 trillion naira. Because of what? Any gain you are making right now, if you invest 150 million naira in stock business, if you make common 10 million out of that 150 million where you invest, 30% of it, government go collect them, which is 3 million. Out of 10, you invest 150 million, out of 10 million, government go collect 3 million, you go on with 7 million. Guess what? That 150 million naira, if you lose 80 million from it, in fact, if you lose 100 million from it, nothing concern government. And it's so prone to loss. You can easily lose everything, nothing concern government. But the moment you gain, government is coming for you for 30%. And it may take you 5 years for you to gain that you have recorded a lot of losses. But the moment they cite you making that gain, except if you are not withdrawing that gain from it, you want to use it to reinvest. But when you are removing it, then you will be taxed for it. That's not alone. If you also get 10 million naira on your own, maybe profit, they come out 15% from it. Because of that, many people will feel like say this one is a serious problem for them by January. All of them don't go do panic selling, they don't run come out. And the business now lost 6.5 trillion naira. Now tell me, if you want money, you need to encourage more people to come to do business. But if your policy, they scare investors away, then they run with their two legs, then you know that there's a problem. To you, you wanted to make more profit, you want more money to government, but again, you are pursuing many people out of the business. By implication, the number of unemployed youth now will now increase because many companies will not be able to cope, they will fold up, and to you, only surviving ones that are making profit, you want to get money from them.
So what will be the way forward now in this issue of this tax, both the talk, the tax, the business, investment, and making Nigeria conducive for people?
Making Nigeria conducive is for government to have a review. If you want to make more money, you need to be more creative. This one, one of the only thing they will tell you now is that in advanced country, this is what they do. That they tax, and it's truly, it's happening over there. But this now the countries where we say every single kobo they collect from you, you get the benefit immediately from them. There are some people when they even take a bigger job in abroad because they know say the moment they calculate how much percentage where they go tax them, they will prefer to stay where they. But whether they go there or they remain where they see result of that tax that they are paying. They get good roads, security there, and social amenities, everything, but cool for them. But here, there's no any assurance that they are collecting this money from us. No be somebody go still squander them, and so they go end up later. Yes, then go say, make the person go tender his resignation letter. After I tender his resignation letter, nothing happen again. So it is unfortunate. We just want them to have a review of what they have right now because it's so inimical and it will cause more problem for Nigerians.
Anyway, Kolawole money in and still the talk on top all of the matters then we dig ground. Like you don't talk, Oga Honorable Dasuki don't throw away the allegation, and then the Speaker of the House of Representatives don't take note of that point we raise. We self go still the wait to hear waiting go be the reply from the people then we gazette the tax law and then make them available to the public. Now, next gist, finally, at least Ogbonge government don't confirm this one. It did all of the papers. Burkina Faso, as at yesterday, Wednesday, don't release our military aircraft and our soldiers them. Though they say they still never know the arrangement of how, they go either return back or continue their journey. But they don't finally release them. And this was after Oga Presido got to send special team with our Minister of Foreign Affairs to go see the Oga of the Burkina Faso military junta, Oga Traoré, for Ouagadougou, before they don't finally let them go. The thing supposed to reach like this, or we should just thank God say it don't finally end.
The one where I'd be say the government be admit say now lawful them violate their airspace. How they take enter the country. Our own government now
admit them.
Don't
okay,
admit.
I don't see that
now
one.
part of the condition we warrant the negotiation with them.
So our government agree say
yes.
So all that talk with the first talk say then do according by international safety.
No. They don't already agree now. You understand? So at that point where they blow that grammar, maybe they have this impression, say, okay, this will go see, say, oh, now big boy, now will be now giant of Africa, then go fear us, then go release or stuff like that. Maybe if now democratic government, civilian government, 9 days there, maybe they don't find their political way of managing it, or it no go even happen in the first place. You understand? But trust military, especially the guy where they in charge. You understand? Now that they've admitted, say, the way we now enter our play territory, they lawful. You understand? Now it lead to that resolution where they may get yesterday. I've been talking before, say, it must be fire for, because many people don't they choke mouth. We need to go and give them fire for fire. How many of them? It's not how many. What do we do? Even if we be million, would there be 10? Does it really make sense? Say we use that, say because we finish them, may go through, and when we are not doing the right thing, now what are we supposed to check? You understand? I'm not saying this to say, okay, why am I supporting my country against, supporting other country against my country? But we need to be fair to all. These people confirm, say true from their investigation, on violate their airspace. So one go use big brother mentality to say, no, it has to be fire for fire. May go collect our guys. If we do and we are still killing ourselves, we want to use that force. African, they kill African. Regardless of any situation, military government may be there today, another than the civilian may be there tomorrow. So I think the best approach now waiting government be do right now. It dey unfortunate say, as we say we big, we still need to go appeal, to go beg. You understand? But it's again, I still appreciate the fact that say we no use our ego, say why we go they beg these small people. No, if you don't do the right thing, if now you be senior, go beg go, so that peace go reign. No be everything be fire for fire.
Okay, so we should be happy that things are back and then everything is fine now.
Yes, we should be happy. Everybody should move on. And that one don't teach them lessons. Say next time you can't just trespass anyhow.
Okay, now, sorry, the question I want to ask now, in a situation where as they go now, they discover, say, problem. They had a technical problem. What would they have done?
These people, for them to insist like this, they have done their thorough investigation.
So are we saying we didn't have technical issue? I don't tell you,
say before now, we even get trust deficit for the country, right? It's not by waiting then write for paper they give us the impression where then they. If you remember, we talk about this thing that time now. It's not based on then they go Portugal. Now waiting then write for us now. Are we aware of? Was there any announcement before they embarked the journey? Was that not when it turned controversial? They were now telling us where these guys are heading to. Maybe in the course of their investigation now they know say there is no any Portugal trip. Where then they go? So maybe now the reason why those people insist. So it's still, again, part of what they talk about, government go just write any story, they reach out to Nigerians, let us have impression, say, okay, now so it's supposed to be. It don't make any sense because we know they too trust whatever they are saying. For those guys to insist, they knew that maybe there was a foul play in the way they carry out that particular assignment.
Okay. All right. Anyway, thank God say they don't finally settle the matter and everything. They're all right. Now, rounding up the program this morning, a Delta State High Court inside Orerokpe don't come out on Wednesday now to give ex parte injunction stopping and banning the IGP and the Nigerian Police Force and even Commissioner of Police for Delta State Police Command, where they join inside the case, say make them no go ahead with the plan of to continue this tinted glass permit policy all over the country starting from January next year. Again, now the court don't say make police no harass, arrest, detain, or extort any country person or people the way they use car in the name of this tinted glass policy. Does it settle the matter?
Yeah, we don't know. I can't speak for the policemen. They can still use, because this is not the first court order anyway. This is the second one they are getting right now to counter waiting be happened before. So I can't say this is the end of the drama, except if they want to choose peace. Because as you speak right now, they are law enforcement agents, and whatever court talk, they're supposed to respect them. The first time, they pretend, say no be there in court, they follow talk. Now it has happened the second time now. And for these people to insist and still even telling the presidency to caution them, and beyond the caution where they talk now, I appreciate the fact, say, okay, they still make another move. So it's so obvious to Nigerians now. Now they claim, say, now they pretend, say, no, be now called the talk to. Now we have the second one. Mentioning IGP inside, they should stop the implementation. So we'll go see how they want to manage this kind of situation. And if they don't manage them well, it will cause problem. Because many Nigerians now are now aware of this current case. If you now want to enforce now, some of them may resist to say, okay, no, court thoughts now still hold on. At that point, issues may come up. And most of our trigger happy policemen too, they may swing into action the way they are used to, and it may be deadly. So now the reason why IGP need to just hold on for now. If you claim, say now because of insecurity, I don't talk and say the negative and positive impact of this move way they won't make before now. Again, people are now saying the money where they won't get from this stuff is appearing more like a priority to them than every other thing. And again, if you are saying, okay, every year they should be come and be renewing this thing, it's more of like you want to use it to generate revenue. So I wonder if almost every place you face is revenue. Again, when I say we'll be customers, we'll not be citizens.
Kola, in conclusion, final words for today's show.
Yeah, in conclusion, I want more revelations on top of Farouk and Dangote story. That petition, I hope we will not forget it. I hope they will continue with the investigation even after this month already. In fact, it makes it easier for them to now be able to, because when it is in charge, if they want to investigate, it may be covering up some certain fact that are supposed to aid their investigation. So we want it to be more transparent, and we want to see results of that investigation. If they exonerate the man, in fact, let him go to court and sue Dangote. Yes. And if the reverse is the case, let him be prosecuted and go to jail.
Wow. Wonderful place for us to end the show this morning. Kola Ole don't talk, and we need to hear more on top this NMDPRA former Oga situation. Even NBA, even different CSOs don't talk, say, may they not just let the accusation die like that. Investigation should be carried out, and may they let the public know waiting, then find out. And for every other matter, we'll continue to wait for response from the side of people them to do the tax law matter, make we know whether truly what Honorable Dasuki the yarn not true or not. And for the issue of the tinted glass permit, we're going to wait to hear from the NPF on top the way forward. Join us again tomorrow, same station, same time for another wonderful edition. And in all of that, don't forget to subscribe to our pages, like our pages, follow all of our pages, drop your comments on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, TikTok at CHRICED Radio TV. And we're on our website, www.CHRICEDradioandtv.com. My name, na Princess Anyana. God bless Nigeria.